বিরতির পর আবারও আমরা এই অত্যন্ত গুরুত্বপূর্ণ আলোচনায় ফিরে এলাম। General, I want to ask you another question, because you are one person who can brief eloquently, say eloquently about it. That is, at the initial stage of our resistance, we got little bit of BSF help, Border Security Force help. At the later stage, Indian Army joined and gave the final push. I want to ask you one question. Why such delay? What sort of preparation? What sort of political decision and other things you have to finish before participation in a full scale?
Mrs. Gandhi was determined to help. So unofficially we started helping in early April. We started giving arms. I personally gave my own weapons, and we started giving arms to the Mukti boys that were coming over. A decision was taken officially by Government of India on 29th of April to put to help the Mukti forces in their struggle for independence. We got orders, as from 29, you will help them. So we implemented that. Also the BSF was put under command. So to help the Mukti Bahini, we needed to organize their training. We set up their camps, as you know. You were involved with them. We set up their camps, we gave them arms, and we commenced their training and their organization. We helped the East Bengal battalions also to reorganize, give them weapons. We gave them quite a lot of weapons, machine guns and a lot of advanced weapons, so that we were assisting the Mukti forces and the East Bengal battalions to reorganize and ready and fight for their freedom.
Can I add something here?
Yeah.
When I was fighting in Chittagong, I started 24th, and then we kept the city under control up to 2nd of April. Then we couldn't hold it any longer because our supplies had dwindled. We didn't have the ammunition, so we needed more arms and ammunition. I came to Sabroom, just across the Feni River. That's your one of the subdivision. And the BSF officer was waiting for me because I sent the message to the EPR. He took me straight to Agartala. Mr. Sachin Sen was the chief minister at that time. I was taken to him first. By that time, the Indian intelligence had probably verified my background and they were satisfied. Mr. Sachin Singh said, okay, write down what is your analysis of how things are going to happen. I made a list. I said, this. Pakistanis are likely to go for this kind of action. Genocide, communal rioting, so that the nation gets divided, and a few other points. Then he said, okay, what help you need? Then I made a list of weapons that I need, medical supplies, ration, etc. I was the first, probably the first military officer to cross over and contact the Indian Army. General Gonzalez met me. He said, I have seen your boys doing this in the war. I said, yes, that's how I prepared. Now, then the Sachin Singh, the chief minister of Tripura, he contacted Delhi. I was kept in probably an officer's mess of BSF. I was told to wait, that if needed I'll have to fly to Delhi to talk to politics. I said, okay, I'll wait, but I'm trying to get our political leaders here. Let them come and negotiate the political things. I need the arms and ammunition. By that time, the political leaders from Chittagong crossed over. It was probably on the 2nd or 3rd of April. I came back and Sachin Singh told me that on your way from 92 BSF, we have ordered, Mrs. Gandhi has given clearance, you will get your supplies ready at 92 BSF headquarters in Bagafa. I took these weapons with one Captain Mehak Singh. We went to Sabroom. From there, these were taken out and I took to Chittagong. Why I am saying this? At a very early stage, Mrs. Gandhi had tacit support for the war, and on the basis of that, the BSF started giving us weapons. It was restricted to LMGs only at that stage, and 2-inch mortars, and nothing more than that. But that was good enough for that, because we got a lot of ammunition. Now here also I would, with the permission of the General, I think one very important factor of the 1971 war we never discussed. The 1965 war was a very pivotal decision of the Indian government, in which the war was fought on the Western Front. India did not attack in the Eastern Front. That kept the whole Bangladesh population friendly with India. Now that one decision, a very wise political decision, but at that time your Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri played a very big role in the 1971 war, that the two nations and the people remained very friendly. And this is historically, I would say, a very, very important thing. This has to be kept in the mind.
Well, General, as you know, say by 15th of August, it is almost the initial stage of our liberation war. Our naval commandos, I was also related with them, had destroyed the supply line, Pakistani supply line in Chittagong, sank the ships and other things. And guerrillas were striking fearlessly throughout the country, in every hamlet, in every nook and corner. And our forces, our soldiers, they were creating tremendous pressure on the Pakistanis. Our Air Vice Marshal Khandoka said that by November, Pakistanis are basically exhausted morally, exhausted physically, to give any resistance. And do you agree with that?
Yes, I do, because the Mukti Bahini operations were having their effect on the morale of the Pakistan Army. Also, the naval commanders did a wonderful job.
Right.
They went to the ports of Mangla, Channa, attacked vessels there.
And Chittagong.
Then they went to Chittagong, and they were everywhere. And the two boats we gave the Bangladesh Navy, Padma and Palas, mounted them with guns, and they attacked shipping. So the naval commanders also did a very, very, very good job.
Yes.
So it was a joint effort, and slowly we were moving in. My thing was strategy I evolved was to select the final objective, which was Dhaka. Right. To bypass, we knew Newz is going to defend towns. We would not attack the towns. It takes a long time to capture a town. We would bypass the towns on subsidiary tracks and head for Dhaka. We would draw the Pakistan army with the help of the Mukti to the border. Right. Draw them out so the interior is empty. So that was our strategy. So we started implementing it on the 22nd of November. So we, on the pretext that they were shedding our people, we moved into Bangladesh and established jumping off areas. So when the war started, we were well inside Bangladesh and ready to continue our rapid operations for the capture of Dhaka. Dhaka was our final objective on Eastern Command. But it was Eastern Command, nothing to do with Army headquarters.
But there is a thing. Will you tell the public why you have taken that theory, or why you have taken that policy? So, why other generals cannot realize that very properly?
Please understand this. The UN is a very powerful force. There are so many resolutions for the Indians to withdraw, vetoed by Russia. So if there's a long war, we'd have to withdraw. The war has to be quick. If we start attacking towns, see what Americans did in Fallujah, how long they took to take it. If we started attacking towns, we'd have got